Obviously not.
We back like the juggernaut, bitch. And we got brother Nuke up in the house. So let's welcome him with. No, we ain't gonna welcome him with open arms. He ain't guest. He's part of the staff. So.
God damn!
What segment is this? 2, 3?
This is
3.
This is 3.
Ooh!
You all late, but you know what? Justifiably so. But before we get into this next topic, Nuke, you sure you don't want to tell the fans about what you were just going through?
Alright, well guys, long story short, y'all know I always preach about Best Buy's Gamer Club. In the words of Angry Joe, they done effed it up.
He was bigging them up too.
Shut up. I mean, but no, I gotta commend them. I gotta commend them though. They fixed it. So I pre-ordered the collector's edition of Mortal Kombat. Went to go pick it up. They didn't have it. The employee was like, "Oh, it was first come first serve." I was like, "I reserved it. What do you mean first come first serve?" So they called another store, and they said they would have it for me the next day, which is today. Went in there today, still wasn't there. So I spoke with the manager, and the manager actually drove across town to go get it and brought it back to me at Best Buy.
You want to know why, right? They didn't want you giving a bad review. Like,
first of all, I already told them. I gave them the new game in order, and I said, "Oh, we're doing the podcast." Hello. I already told them.
Unbelievable.
I said, tune into this one. Now I'm not gonna bash them. What happened was, mine actually did come in, but somebody sold it and they weren't supposed to.
Oh, so they should be fired.
I didn't say that, so
I said it.
See, that's the new threat these days. Instead of filing a complaint with the Better Business Bureau, it was like, "Oh, we doing a podcast."
Yeah, they were like his car and drove 20-something minutes away to get him the game. He got in his car and unbelievable. But that's just a PSA. So, Nuke, welcome. Glad to have you back.
But before we start, though, Playboy said Big E is Nuke's brother.
No, that is not.
Unbelievable.
First of all, Alex is the one that be doing all the bench pressing and stuff. Why y'all comparing me and Big E? I'm eating Chinese food right now.
What the heck is unbelievable? You know what?
Yo, I'm lifting that Snicker bar like the Nutty Professor. Yo, hold on.
I was gonna make a joke, but I'm gonna leave that alone. But with that, going into the next topic, GameStop.
Perfect.
I normally am not on GameStop's side, but
you still don't need to be.
No, but here I'm playing devil's advocate here.
Keep the hate strong, Alex. Don't
now,
give in to
Shinwar and I were at Comic-Con last year, and we have some videos where, matter of fact, I have to put the rest of the videos up that the unseen videos where we saw retro consoles like like 4-in-1 consoles like Nintendo, SNES, Genesis, and all that stuff. Like all the vintage stuff, like Nintendo, like the old cartridges working in one unit.
That's cool.
And the prices were really high on some of these things. Now
that's not cool.
Yeah, it's not. But you had I'm pretty sure like Danae, Demizel, and Shinwar
get on this.
Right? Yeah, I will. I'm gonna give you a minute, but it's like
I'm going first.
The prices for some of these collectible items are too high. Like Guardian Heroes, my Sega Saturn disc, which Garvin Gokin 86 broke my disc with my other cousin Spencer. I was hot because that game cost me like $100-something. You know what I mean? So with that, it's something now. GameStop is going to start going the Funko Land route and bringing back sales of Super Nintendo, Genesis. Sega Saturn wasn't on the list, but a lot of the old consoles are going to be money's going to be involved. I want to know how that's going to affect emulation. Are companies now going to start go after these folks like Sony went after Bleen? Is it going to be like a lot of static going on? And with some companies who lost copyright, trademarks, rights to certain games like Double Dragon and things of that nature, how is this going to shake things up? I think the only good thing that this has done is now those people who are freaking crooks selling games for like 800 something whatever, absorbing that amount of money on eBay, it'll pop that bubble, and now they can just say, hey, you can go to a local GameStop,
No,
pick it up.
because
But
I'm one of those people.
but you know what? Hold on. We're gonna stay organized because the Bulls are ready to come out of the den on this one.
I want to go first.
All right, because since Snoop is just getting here, we're gonna let him go first, and then you, Demizzle. But Snoop, what are your thoughts on this?
All right, 3 main points. One, I believe Dreamcast was on that list, and I do have some of the rarest Dreamcast games that you can get, including Project Justice, and I do have it listed for $200 on Amazon. Anyway, the other 2 points, and I'm gonna just let y'all really have at it because I gotta do laundry. One, I did read about this. It's not every GameStop. It's like
in New York and Texas.
Texas, right? And it's like the pilot program. Okay, so I was excited too. I didn't know that they were going to be selling the consoles. I thought they were just doing trades.
Yeah, they're gonna go through the whole
purpose.
refurbishing thing where
well, that ain't gonna work with Dreamcast because once you scratch it, that's it. But number 2, all I'm curious is, trade-in wise, what are you gonna give me?
10
Shit.
cents.
That's
Shit. You ain't get nothing.
well, then it's the same thing over again. So I'm not even excited anymore. I'm done. Maybe I'm
Dang.
not gonna get it. Like I gotta get, you know what I mean? You gotta make it worth my while. Don't have me bring a Nintendo cartridge and you tell me 10 cents. Like, you know what I'm saying? For real, because it's gonna be like that. Because at the time, how are you gonna base what you should give? What do they base it off of? You know what I'm saying?
They're gonna do it like a Kelly Blue Book thing for it. You know what I mean?
Yo, they give me $200 for this Project Justice. Let's go.
You know, GameStop they ain't got that kind of money. But
But yeah,
anyway,
ahead,
GameStop
y'all.
be selling games for $100 straight when it's a rare item.
Yeah, I bet you they will.
See, here's the thing.
all right, Demizzle, go ahead.
Here's what's gonna happen because I've been feeding into this. Like, you're gonna get a lot of people like who have like the common games, like your Contras and your Bases Loadeds and your Sonic the Hedgehogs and stuff like that. You're not gonna get the rare games.
The Hog Mall.
Sonic the Chitlin. But
What the heck?
Yeah, he's right.
Unbelievable.
Go ahead with what you're saying. I agree with you because I know what you're about to say.
you're not gonna get the super rare games like the Caltron games that were made for Nintendo. You're not gonna get your Chrono Triggers. You're not gonna get your Action 52s. You're not gonna get the super rare games that cost hundreds and hundreds of dollars on a collector's scene. You're gonna get those games that cost maybe like $2 to $5 at a swap meet, or you're gonna get maybe a slightly rare game that'll cost between like $20 to $25, where you'll have to go to an actual collector. And what this will actually do is it'll drive the price gougers out,
Yes.
but it'll also drive the I'm in this to make a quick buck and not actually in it for the actual collection people out, because you do have people who are in it simply for, okay, let me get a full complete collection and I'm gonna sell it on eBay for a couple of $1,000s because it's a full collection. How they're gonna go about judging what to give a person, I've been involved in retro gaming, trading and pricing with friends, and there are several factors because you have to consider, does the game have the box? Does the game have the instruction manual? How good of condition is the box? And
I got all that.
condition is the instruction manual in? How good is the label? Like, is the pins in the cartridge corroded? Does the game still work? Is it an authentic or is it a reproduction? There's so many different
Well, damn, Demizzle, you're getting
and
it.
you know what
He's
another
like a
issue is?
dentist.
I'm gonna jump in and jump right back out. Demizzle, that's a good point. Cause what if I come in there and I have a Dreamcast game, a Nintendo game, a Super Nintendo game? Y'all got all them consoles in there to test it? Y'all line's gonna be out the door.
See, but that's the thing. They're not gonna have the consoles in the stores. From what I read of the pilot program, they're gonna take the trade-ins and then they're gonna send them to their refurbishing center. So, like, what they're gonna do is they're gonna have a kiosk, like an internet kiosk, where
Like to bring them bad games, yo. Hold on.
where you can like go on the kiosk and look up the game that you want, and then you order it, and then it gets sent to the GameStop where it gets sent to your house. That's
Really? So they're not gonna quality. So do you get your credit before or after the quality testing?
see, that's something I don't know, but it is gonna post.
That's a can. Because first of all, you're gonna pay me if I'm gonna send you this Project Justice. Let's talk about this for a minute. I need my money. Yeah, that's weird. But go ahead. Interesting.
All right, but for the sake of time, I don't want it to run too long, but can you wrap up, Demizzle?
Oh yeah, like
That's what she said.
people are like, oh, is this gonna drive the independent like stores out? Like
video game land, the mom and pop shops,
Yeah,
that thrive on this.
like there's
I ain't got
this
none,
guy,
bro.
like there's this guy I watch, Pat the NES Punk, and he has his friend Ian who runs Luna Games out in San Diego, and it's a retro GameStop. And people are like, oh, it's gonna drive people like them out of business. No, it's not. It's gonna, like, because those stores mainly deal in the rare to super rare games, and those are where the real collectors go to get those rare games. So they're gonna carry games that you won't find at GameStop, that won't be common. So there will still be a marketplace for those types of stores. But yeah, you'll see the GameStop carry your very common games that you'll pay maybe like $5-6 for, and it'll drive the price gougers out, and it'll drive the I'm only in this for money people out, because it's gonna drive gaming prices down.
Yeah, it's a good thing, and this is a GameStop attempt at staying relevant. You know what I mean? Because you know it's what it is. But Shinmore, what are your thoughts on this?
Cuff GameStop.
Shin
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you now, brother.
All right.
Yeah,
what-
it's I think it's cool that they're bringing the retro gaming back. I would like to definitely get my hands on another Dreamcast, just for the nostalgic piece of it. But how far are they going back with it though? Did they say?
As far as Nintendo, from what I heard.
Okay, so that includes Sega Genesis, Sega CD, Sega Saturn.
No, Saturn is not on the list.
Saturn's not on the list.
What's on the list? I didn't read up on it.
Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Sega CD, no 32X, Sony PlayStation, and Sega Dreamcast.
Okay, that's cool. So that
No
Super
64?
Nintendo's gonna be a big
Really?
one.
Yeah,
That's
Nintendo
definitely gonna be a
64
big
too.
one.
I got a copy of GoldenEye upstairs in my jewelry box. Hello.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in that Dreamcast. But I think like with the mom and pop stores, a lot of those mom and pop stores like Cash for Games and Toy and Game Land, they have those like those authentic old games and like
In great condition. Like, Shinwa, remember when we were at Comic-Con? Those mom and pop stores go and buy tables at the venue of Comic-Con, and they have that stuff on display, and you'll be like, wow, they still have this? Like, you know? So that's.
But you know what's gonna be funny?
Hmm.
Those adapters from back in the day, we would have to get converters to play it on the new digital TVs.
Now, you see, I want to get a Nintendo to play Duck Hunt, because I was bam, 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 you know, shooting this duck.
You won't be able to do that.
Really?
Because
Yeah,
you can't use an old light gun on a new
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the technology is different.
You're gonna have to find an old CRT TV to play those games on.
Yeah, exactly.
So you mean to tell me House of the Dead 1 and 2 I can't play? You know, or actually House of the Dead 2 on the
I don't
Dreamcast.
think any of the light gun games will work out from that, unless it's like a Wii generation version where you got the sensor bar that tracks the actual movement.
You would have to mod the, like, let's say for an example, if you get like the Time Crisis game that recently came out on the PlayStation 3 in Japan only, you could just get that and just like reroute like information, but that's a lot of hard modding to throw it on the computer just to play it on the LCD monitor. But that's fun, off topic, offline.
Okay. But yeah, you know, Shinra made a good point. Dreamcast had some very good games, like and you know, I think that would definitely help the Dreamcast. You know, being that Sega, the entity that was Sega, they're all gone. You know what I mean? And that's their lasting legacy. And the Dreamcast getting a second shot, kind of not in the mainstream, but you know, folks will get to see what me and Danae were playing at BDS Software or Power Stone and so on and so forth.
Yeah, man.
You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
that's if, you know what I mean, that's if those games get traded or get into circulation. And also you run into what happened with like the PS2 era, people trading in trash games. You go buy it, it doesn't work, you gotta return it. So it's like, that's what I'm worried about, because the Dreamcast, I loved it. I just sold my Dreamcast, but those discs, yo, you scratch it, that's it.
Yeah, the GD-ROMs, they took an extra layer off. There was a whole thing behind it, why they were so sensitive. But for the sake of time, Danae, you're gonna go, then Babuma, and then Nelson.
I don't get a turn.
No. No, I'll get you in there, Chris. Go ahead.
Well, this is reverse racism. I will not stand for this.
Oh, you'll stand. You'll stand.
So you're Christopher Reeves now? You won't stand for this?
One Spanish guy.
Well, my favorite actor is Christopher Walken, so I do understand your joke there, Alex.
No, all right. Go ahead, Danae.
Well, I think, as you said, they're just trying to keep themselves relevant because at this point, GameStop is a slowly sinking ship, if you ask me. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, you go to the stores, like me, I'm going to be honest with you, I was never a fan of GameStop. But you go to their stores and you see it's not even as crowded as it used to. It's not getting that much traffic. So they're doing
midnight releases. You don't even see that much.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like they're grasping. To me, I feel as though it's kind of like their last great act of defiance, and in terms of trying to stay relevant and stay alive. Mm-hmm. But I mean, if it works out for them, all well and good. But I mean, I'm a seller myself. I sell a lot of stuff on eBay and Amazon, so. Mm-hmm. I mean, I can understand how the independent seller might feel threatened by it, but I don't think it would cause too many problems or cause an issue in terms of the mom and pop stores. I really don't.
Okay. All right, Takuma, your thoughts?
Man, just do what's right. That's all I gotta say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, and Nelson, your thoughts, and then on your knees you go last. Back of the bus. Buddy.
Let's see.
What is this? Am I the reverse Rosa Parks now? For real?
Okay, so we're talking about the retro thing from GameStop. So, I mean, it would be a good idea, but again, we're talking about stuff that we're gonna question into how much they're gonna sell these things for, and how much in good condition they're gonna sell these things for. Yeah, you say you got a pre-owned and whatnot, but you can't send these things back to their rightful companies to get it refixed or
I'm gonna be honest with you. At this point, I really don't think it's a question of quality with GameStop. They're gonna do whatever they have to make that money. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's gonna be a lot of mess ups with this. Trust me.
There is. I can see a lot of fuck ups with this. Like, I can understand like the games can get resurfacing, like the CD and stuff. That's fine. I can see that. But me trying to pick up a Dreamcast, like what Shinra was saying, at a decent relative price, I think GameStop is gonna really struggle with this because I'll put it on blast right now. I could go to 42nd Street to a game store called J&L Gaming, which they do sell imports and
I know that
games.
place. Mm-hmm.
I could get a Dreamcast brand new, in box,
sealed,
with 4 games for $70.
Yeah.
And I guarantee GameStop will come out. Huh?
Not for long.
Well, no, not for long. No, but I'm just saying, like, GameStop might try to pull a fast one. It's like, oh, but we got the Sega Sports version. That's considered limited edition, so we might sell it for $150. And
oh, you mean the black one?
The black one.
Yeah,
the white one.
Right
the blue one. I seen the green one before. I seen the Hello Kitty one before. I seen a
the
bunch
Choo
of them.
Rocket one.
I seen the Choo Choo Rocket one. I seen the Skies of Arcadia version. I seen a whole bunch of fucking Dreamcasts, dude. It's like the list goes on. Mm-hmm. I just hope they really don't fuck up, because when that happens, guarantee all the mom and pop shops that still sell vintage games is gonna get shot through the roof, and everyone's gonna jump to them even quicker.
Yeah, that could be a case. Well, I mean, it could backfire in GameStop's face. Who knows?
Well, with any business, it could be like any position that you take or any move that you make could be your nail in the coffin. You know what I'm saying? And like with this one, if GameStop doesn't tread carefully and really do their research and like manage this correctly, they can put themselves like really completely out of business.
And like an NBA Jam, like an NBA Jam.
With old material, you're going to run into problems. It's inevitable.
Yeah, they don't have the servicing for that cartridges or whatever anymore, so
they don't have the space either. GameStop stores are small.
Yes, and they are.
And they closed down how many locations? Like,
you sell cell phones, you sell tablets, you sell iPods. Where are you gonna put all this stuff? You're talking about adding the stock of about 5 or 6 more consoles. Like, is it gonna be bargain bin stuff? Like, what is it?
Well, you gotta also understand too. they're getting rid of a lot of their physical material. So, I mean,
I doubt it'll be a bargain bin type thing.
no,
I think it's
gonna
gonna
be a bargain bin thing.
it's gonna
They're
be
getting rid
it's
of a lot
gonna
of their material. So
it's gonna have a lot of shelf space. I can tell you
Yeah.
that much.
All right.
they
Now,
get rid of a lot of their old material, like physical copies, so on and so forth. So I mean,
okay.
I'm eating at the same time.
It's
Yeah.
all right, but it's a wait and
Oh
see
my,
thing.
hello.
But I'm excited because I can actually start looking to get Dreamcast content. That's the only reason why I'm, thumbs up for it.
Well,
but
then again, you can
I'm
just
gonna be honest with you, I didn't care as long as I
Don't
got.
do it. Don't say it, Nelson.
Once I found out there were emulators, I could care less about old consoles.
all right, yeah. Hold on, go ahead, Nelson.
No, I was about to say, remember that thing that I told you about where Playboy sent me the article that with the hard drive thing?
Oh yeah. No comment. No
You
comment.
could just do that, get all your stuff, save money.
Mm-hmm.
Fast
But you know what?
copies, Alex?
You see what GameStop should do, and which should be implemented, that Capcom semi-console thing that I put on the Facebook page some time back. The CPS2, CPS1, CPS3. Yeah, like if they put stuff like that, then it'll be like, hey, let's go check out GameStop. You know what I mean? Those really. But then again, Capcom wouldn't be all down with that because they like to rehash and resell their stuff and prettier filters and all that. So it is what it is. But for the sake of time, on your knees, bring us home. Your thoughts?
All right.
I'm
I
not
think.
going home
Well,
with him.
Shut up.
Alex is ahead of you in that department, so don't worry about it.
Whoa. I'm getting on. Pause.
But back on point here, I think most people covered, what I would say. It's going to be about the price point that they're going to buy the games and sell them at. They're going to have room in their stores since they cut down most of them, and the ones that they kept are tiny little closets.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the real way to use these old NES cartridges, at least, is to turn them into flasks, like the link I just put in the chat a while ago.
That's foul. Really?
It's the website's www.inkwhiskey.com. You can buy
Don't
the.
condone alcohol usage on this show. On your knees.
Really.
It's a
What?
cultural
How much of that Grey Goose have you drank since I got you for your birthday?
Wow.
Damn!
I'm open with my alcoholism. What about you, Alex? You should come out of the closet for more than one thing.
Come off the
Oh, you know what? That's why we're cutting his segment short. Unbelievable. Pull the plug out of it. All right, so New Gaming Order. Thank you for joining for our third segment. Make sure you check out the last two. For those of you checking out live, make sure you stick around. But Nelson, before I shut this one down, anything on the chat in reference to this topic?
A couple things. I have to rewind backwards. Let me see. The whole thing that I was talking about with the whole hard drive.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people was talking about. Playboy said Happy Emancipation Day from DC. What else? Talking about live long software, etc. Stuff like that.
yes.
Just mentioning things. And he said, Playboy said when he was in Tokyo last month, he stocked up on some Japanese games and consoles such as the Neo Geo and the Super Famicom.
That's great.
That should
The
be
Neo
part
Geo
of it.
re-released over here, didn't it?
The Neo Geo,
GameStop.
Neo Geo, I think was.
Didn't Bob from BDN Software rob you for your Neo Geo machine?
No, him and Claude stole my Saturn.
They jumped you and stole your Saturn.
No, they took my Symphony of the Night, Japanese version, or Nocturne on the Moonlight.
Someone's echoing.
Yeah, somebody got to open my.
Whoever's watching the stream or whatnot, please mute it.
It stopped.
It ain't me. It ain't me.
Yeah, so
We didn't
basically,
blame you, brother. We just-
yeah, that store stole my Saturn, my last working Saturn. Freaking crooks. If I see him, I'll freaking hit him with the Gigaton blow, yo. Like,
They always want to hit somebody with something. Like,
You're gonna get arrested, Alex. Better watch
Did
out.
you already end this segment?
nah, we're about
We're
to.
about
but,
to.
Oh my god.
yeah, we were just checking the chat, but make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. NewGamingOrder.com. We pull all our information. You can check out the Facebook, the Twitter, everything. NewGamingOrder.com. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and support us because we're unbelievable. Chris, count it. And we'll see you on the next segment for our YouTube folks.